So a cover of The Twist turned TV into a dance lesson and changed the way that Americans, adults, and teens started dancing to a popular tune. I'm Matt Haskell. I'm a high school history teacher, and I'm taking you through Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire line by line, and we're up with Chubby Checker. When Billy Joel sings Chubby Checker, he's pointing to the singer that turned this modest R&B tune into, well, the defining dance craze of 1960, all the way through 1962. And it really changed how America moved on the dance floor in public. Now, the song itself began when Hank Ballard and the Midnighters, they cut the twist in 1959, and it kind of bubbled on the R&B charts, but really didn't take off, didn't explode. But then, enter a young Philadelphia guy, a singer named Ernest Evans, known as Chubby Checker. And he discovered that doing a spot-on Fats Domino impression, well, legend says that the name came from this quip that compared Fats to Chubby and Domino to Checker. But in 1960, Chubby Checker records a clean, kind of punchy cover of the twist for Cameo Parkway, and it performed it on American Bandstand. And then that, gets beamed in, the dance gets beamed into millions of homes across the United States. So why did this version of the twist catch on? Well, the twist as a dance is pretty simple. It's pretty democratic. There's no partner to hold. There's no fancy steps. It's just you plant your feet, you bend your knees, and your hips and shoulders counter-rotate. Teenagers could learn it in seconds. Adults could join in without feeling silly. Bands could stretch it out for 10 minutes, and the floor never empties. Clubs and VFW halls and living rooms suddenly shared all the same choreography, and the camera loved it. And the craze, the twist, didn't fade after one summer. The twist hit number one in 1960 and uniquely returned to number one in 1962 after a second wave of TV appearances. Now, Chubby Checker kept the catalog spinning with related hits like Let's Twist Again in 1961, which won a Grammy in the early rock category. Then there's Pony Time in 1961, which was another number one dance record, and then Limbo Rock in 1962. Meanwhile, other artists began riding the wave. You have night spots like New York's Peppermint Lounge that made the twist scene, and Peppermint. The Peppermint Turnpike versions of the beat showed up nationwide. Now, there's this cultural pivot here. Pre-1960, social dancing often meant, partnered steps and agreed-upon rules, and the twist kind of normalized solo improvisational dancing in mixed-age crowds and, on television. That shift opened the floor for the freer 1960s, go-go platforms, discotheques, garage bands just pounding out two chords while everyone did their own version of the same move. It also showed how TV and a simple dance could sell records, it could fill clubs, and it could give, a generation kind of a shared rhythm. When you tie it back to the song, with two words, Billy Joel tags, the moment when a singer and a TV show and a two-chord groove kind of turned America into one big dance floor. And the reason why it matters, well, Chubby Checker proves how media and simplicity can create mass culture. You got a catchy cover, you got a camera-friendly move, and then a nation just, copies it practically overnight. And it becomes the template for every later dance craze, from the mashed potato all the way up to, well, TikTok trends. If you enjoyed this particular episode of We Didn't Start the Fire, please leave a comment, a like, a follow, a share, anything like that, and that'd be great. And I'll be continuing to work my way through the song because we're going to go next from Chubby Checker all the way to Psycho. Thanks for watching.